Hello class, this is how to remove the background from an image in Sketchbook. First thing you want to do is make sure you import your picture and that you've highlighted the correct layer. You can delete a layer by selecting delete in the menu here, and you get that menu by clicking inside your layer. One way to do this is to select your selection tool. You can click on lasso tool and you can begin to make sure that you have options clicked to plus or add. This way, every area that you select is going to be added to the next selection that you make. And you can zoom in very close into your photograph and basically lasso a whole bunch of selections together. Notice that lasso wants you to wrap selections. You can take care of huge selections really easily, like this whole picture, sky. And then for detail, you can zoom in down to the pixel and get really picky about what you want to select. So lasso tool is going to be a pretty good help, and this forces you to learn to zoom in. If you don't zoom in, you're not going to get a quality selection, and then it just won't work at all. When in doubt, zoom in. That's one way to do it. This takes a little bit long at first. Once you have a good amount of practice, this may be the only way to do it right. Also, when in doubt, you want to not only do you want to zoom in, but you want to take some of the extra parts that you may think you don't need, but you're still going to need them. So just, if you get close enough and you can't tell whether to choose one side or the other, choose the side that's going to look sharper instead of leaving a blurry edge. Okay, now you can select your area that way. You can then delete with an eraser, or you can go to your layer, click the menu, and find the option for clear, and it deletes the entire area. That does a really good job. The other option is to use the magic wand tool. For the magic wand to work, under selection, magic wand, make sure your options are showing plus. For the magic wand, you want to have a background that has pretty similar colors. If it doesn't, it's not really going to work for you. The tolerance for Magic Wand can be changed. If it's really high, it's going to select all the colors it recognizes. If it's somewhere in the middle, it might do a good job, but it selected too much, so that tolerance is too high. And I'm going to just replace the selection. Once I think it's going to work, I'm going to go ahead and click on Add. And I think it's going to do what I tell it to do for the most part. And so you got to go in through each one there and pick out little parts that are still unselected. And it works pretty well most of the time. Notice this area went overboard, but for the most part this worked. There are some parts like here where we need to work with the lasso just a little bit to get some of those areas. Now this went too far, selected too much, so I'm going to remove part of the selection, and that was faster for this specific picture. And it works because there aren't that many colors in the background. That was faster for this picture, but like I said, if there's a lot of colors in the back, then it's going to be pretty difficult to get that to happen. So those are two different ways of selecting the background. Hope this works for you.